All right. All right, get out or get it. Tag him.
What in the world are we playing?
I thought that was for me. I had no idea. As soon as I logged in, thought I was tagged.
Somebody must be at the ball game.
You're talking about my house. It's just two little babies, not a ball game.
It just seems like one.
It seems like it.
Good to see you, Jasmine and Dr. Lamb.
Good to see you, Jonathan. You doing okay?
Yes, sir. It was a very fast start to the school year this year.
Well,
This
I'm
is
telling you what, it's just like
it's a tight ship, man. It's a German train station right now. There is no wiggle room for anything.
oh, I know it's like everybody's gone back and looked at all the opening procedures and decided that we didn't have enough before. Let's add some more stuff now. I've seen stuff come across my desk. I know it's worse at the school level, but at the college level, I've had stuff come across my desk that I have never seen before. I've been involved in financial aid decisions and financial aid appeals and transcript of that. I mean, it's just like, where's all the, I don't mind working, but I don't know any of this stuff. You're going to have to help me out. I don't have any of the documentation that I would need to assess this stuff.
And they changed every platform that we use. So what we used last year is completely different this year, and all your codes don't work. And
yeah, and I just got into, to your point. So I tried to do a transcript evaluation earlier today, and I couldn't even get into App Extender, and so I had to put in a ticket. They worked with me this afternoon, whole new platform. That's why I couldn't get in. I was like, why did we have to try to change everything at one time?
it'd be nice if it was one or two platforms, but it's like five.
Yeah.
It's like 5 new platforms.
And so we have so many at the college for the internal piece, and then the ones that we use. And you're right. Everybody wanted to change and upgrade. I guess over the last couple of 3 years through the COVID era, things just got put on the back burner is what I'm guessing. And because a lot of people were working remotely or weren't there, and money's been tight, but now all of a sudden they're pushing everything through at one time. And it's just, trying to get updated and do things that you've never done before and be a part of things. Don't mind working, but you have to give me the stuff. I have to have access to these platforms, and then when I get there, that documentation has to be there.
Absolutely. I did have some questions for you, Dr. Lamb. I'm going to see if you answer it beforehand.
Okay.
But it did kind of go in with the EDLS program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't answer it, I'll get you at the end, because I know I rolled right into Dr. Stone right after this.
Right, you do.
Hey, Alicia.
And so, that's a good place to start. I've got 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody. I don't want to keep you but just a minute, because most of you have class after this, and so a couple of things that I want to make sure. As always, I've got, commencement. Commencement is different now. I want to make sure everybody understands. We do have a couple of people who did not switch to the masters or couldn't switch. And so commencement is Saturday, December the 10th. Make sure you've applied for graduation. If you have not, you need to go and apply for graduation. Remember, that's through the registrar's office. And she has sent me a PowerPoint. I met with her today. So make sure, and everybody, whether you're getting a master's or whether the handful that we still have that are doing add-on certificates for December, you still have to apply for graduation. Everybody must apply. The differentiation is they'll charge master's people 150, they'll charge certificate people 75. But everybody has to apply. If you don't know how, when I send out the video of this later this evening, I will attach to that email the how to apply for graduation PowerPoint. This is what she has given me. And under academic information, apply to graduate. Pretty simple, but I will send this out.
Dr. Lamb, does that apply to me also?
Everybody, if you're, even if you jumped from, even if you jumped from 603 to 605 with to 730 with Dr. Stone, you still have to apply to graduate because you're going to complete the MELS program. Now the MSA program, you're going to complete it in December. And so make sure you apply to graduate. So the idea is 730 will substitute for 605. Now you're still going to be in the clinical shell, the 698 shell with your classmates in order to complete the rest of your task stream requirements. Those are required this fall so that you can finish in December. But that's a great question, and I wanted to make sure that I addressed that with. We have 8 folks that I'm so thankful have accelerated into the doctoral program. You'll be in 730 rather than 605, but you still will be in the clinical shell to work with your peers on getting your task stream portfolio completed for fall, and then you will graduate. Now,
Dr. Lamb,
yes,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No.
Dr. Stone asked me to come pop back over here and say that if anyone is in his 605 class to please join his class now, and that he was going to do a recording for your town hall meeting,
Yeah.
but he was trying to get everyone back together.
all right. So yeah, he mentioned that to me before I left the office a few minutes ago. If you're in
Sorry.
Dr. Stone, that's fine. If you're in Dr. Stone's 605, pop back over. He's going to cover the same information with you, and I'll do the recording. So make sure you do that. But those of you who have him at 7 o'clock and 7:30, please make sure you have to apply to graduate. Please make sure that you get that done and that you have that 698 shell so that you can complete your evidence. Your evidences and your task stream portfolio. Now, there is a handful of us who will still get a certificate in December that did not qualify according to the state licensure to move over to the MSA program. So let me remind everybody, all master's candidates participate. All candidates can come to the College of Ed ceremony at 11 o'clock. It'll probably be at Tucker Center, but that's not been announced yet. But only the master's people can come to the university commencement ceremony at 9:30. I mean, at 9 o'clock. You could show up and actually sit in the stands if you want to, but you won't be part of the processional. Only the master's students will be a part of the processional. Now, you will be a part of the ceremony at 11 o'clock. Again, this is the add-on licensure, just a handful of you. Add-on licensure people are a part of the ceremony at the College of Ed ceremony at 11 a.m. So so no, it's all going to be at the same time. It's all going to be at the same time, on the same day, not at the same time, but it's not going to be like the spring where they have a one night and then a day after. We do them both on the same day in December. That's different. So don't think, well, oh, I'll come Friday night for the big event, Saturday for the college event. No, it's all in one day. It's just all on Saturday. There is no Friday night in December. Make sure everybody understands that. It's 9 o'clock. It'll be 9 o'clock in the gym for the university ceremony for master students, and then 11 o'clock for all students, whether they're masters or add-on licensure, doesn't matter. That one will be at 11 o'clock, and you're invited to those. Those of you who are, just like I saw Jessica there, those of you who are doing the one semester deal with me and Dr. Laws, you are invited as well. And you will be getting a master's degree, so you can participate in both ceremonies if you'd love to come. And we would love to have you. That's why I included you in this. And so just remember your requirements, what you got to do. If you're in Dr. Stone or Dr. Stedman's class, I have those that you know what they are. Do your Blackboard and finish your portfolio. And here's the important piece for the evening. For you folks, I've established the turn-in dates. So for you folks who are in 605 or 730 who are completing this time, you need to make sure that your 6 evidences are done by Monday, November 28th, and your DAS stream portfolio is completed 2 weeks, the next week on December 5th. Make sure that you abide by those dates. And then for you folks who are in 604, please remember that you've got 2 evidences this semester, Skip and Cap. For those of you who are in 603 with me, you've got the OMA and the Skip. You've got 2 evidence as well. Please remember that at the end of the semester, when you upload your internship log, put it in your competency folio unless you're finished. If you're finishing, you put all of your logs in your DRF portfolio and submit them for evaluation, but don't put your semester logs in there unless you're in 605 or unless you're in 730 and you're completing. We've been having a problem with that. You have to apply, everybody has to apply, whether you're master's 12-month, whether you're master's 20-month, whether you're a certificate, everybody has to apply if you're completing this semester, whether it's master's or certificate. Okay, so that's just an update. But again, I want to reiterate, if you have not applied for graduation, you need to quickly. And both ceremonies same day in December, which is a change from the spring. When it's Friday night, Saturday, it is Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. And we've had some people show up and didn't know that it wasn't Friday night, and that caused a problem, hotel rooms and all that. So just show up for Saturday only. All right, I'm going to pause. I'll stop my share. And if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to take questions at this time.
Dr. Lamb, when can we start our internship logs? What date is the first date for this semester?
August 1st.
August 1st.
As soon as summer school was over, you could start. Summer school was over, what, that last, like the 27th or 28th, that whatever that Monday was, but officially August 1st. So if you got some stuff like during the teacher work days or setting up school or prep work and all that, you can document all that. We'd love to see that as well. So that'll help with those hours. There's a lot of hours in the setup to start the school year. A lot of hours. Good question. And again, when you finish that semester log, if you're at the end of your program and all of your logs are done, you take it and the previous ones and upload it in your DRF portfolio and task stream, submit them all for final evaluation. If you're not finishing this semester, your semester log, when you're done with it, put it in your competency folio and just request comments on it. And the reason why we do that, it's not so much the comments, but we have a place where we can archive it, where we can store it, because as I talked with the newbies last night was their night. How many times have people came to this program, didn't invest $300 in themselves and buy them their own laptop, and their district laptop blew up, got corrupted, got a virus, they came and collected it, and I have my work on there. Well, those logs, if you lose those, but there's not a lot I can do to help you. I mean, that you know how that is. I mean, you could kind of try to go back and recreate it. But the good thing is, at the end of every semester, if you drop that thing in that competency folio, we've got those and they're signed. If your principal leaves, if you leave or whatever, we're golden on those logs. And that's always the thing that we just can't, we can rewrite an evidence or we can help you piece that together, but that log, getting that thing signed, I mean, that's the 800-pound gorilla in this program. When that goes bad, I'm out scratching my head and other parts of my body and making school visits and begging people to sign them things. I don't want to do that. That doesn't work well. Yes, Jonathan, question.
If we're finishing, do you want us to submit the log for review before we put it in the DRF, or just put them all in there?
No, basically we do that to make sure that we know we've got that thing archived, because we just can't lose them things. That's the most important thing. If we lose them, we're in trouble. The state will not certify you. They will not give you a license if you can't document your hours. They just won't. And I'm sad to say I've had to be the bearer of bad news a couple times on that. Not any time lately, thank goodness. But we finally figured out a way to archive those things. But when we didn't used to archive them, we just told you to hang on to them till the end. That did not go well. I had to go to Wadesboro one time, and I had to see everybody in the county. I think I even went to the Walmart, saw some of those people trying to help one of my interns, and then he ended up having to do another semester just to get his hours. And you know, if you're in that internship extension, and that's another thing, it embarrasses me to say this, but that internship extension now, they make that thing 3 credit hours. It costs a little over $2,000. Let me say that again. Internship extension for any reason now in $6.99 is 3 credit hours at $5.15 an hour, plus your internship fee and your technology fee comes out to like $2,012. That's a pretty stiff price to pay for losing one of those logs. And those things have to be signed by an administrator, and something goes wrong, they don't want to go back and sign it because they don't remember and they don't know, or your administrator's changed, or they think you're trying to pull one over on them. That's not where you want to be. So make sure you archive that thing in TaskStream, and we'll always have it. And then, like Jonathan said, when you get to the end, we don't need it in your competency folio at the end. We just archiving them there. Just put them in DRF and submit them for evaluation. Now, Jessica, you won't have to do that. Y'all have already done your log work back in EDCI, but our other folks, this is their first time coming through. They have to log their hours. So y'all will be good. Y'all just have to do the 6 evidences, 4 that you bring over from EDCI, and 2 with us, with me and Dr. Laws, the app cell and the OMA. So y'all will be good. Y'all got all the other stuff archived in your EDCI folders, and we just pull it out. You don't need to know y'all don't need to know how the sausage is made. Y'all just want to eat breakfast. So I do all that on the backside. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. It doesn't, as much time and money as y'all spent, we want to make sure you get that license, get that degree, get that license, get that job. I mean, that's why you got in this program, to advance your career. And so these little seemingly minor housekeeping things, unfortunately, are big things to DPI. They think that everybody's trying to cheat them all the time, or trying to get one over on them, and so they don't have a lot of compassion or grace. That's just unfortunate, but I'm sure that's the way it is. All right, my 15 minutes of fame is up. If y'all have any questions, shoot me an email. I'll send this video out, and I will include the how to apply for graduation. Thank you, as always, for selecting us. It's good to see a lot of you tonight. You know that we love you, and you're part of our family. It's always good just to check in and see how you're doing. So I appreciate your time tonight. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.